Hey everybody, welcome to Inside the Manager's Office, the exclusive series here on Yankees On Demand presented by AT&T. It's Justin Shackle catching up with Yankees manager Aaron Boone, and it's coming at an interesting part of the schedule here. You're playing a lot of games without too many days off, and you're having to do it without Aaron Judge and without Gary Sanchez. So what challenges do those two variables present when you're making out the lineup each day?
That's always one of the challenges you're inevitably going to face in the course of a 162-game season. You know you're going to have to deal with some injuries at some point. You know you're going to have to deal with some stretch of games, and especially with some of the weather we've had to deal with, that you just got to grind through the best you can. I really think the guys have done a really good job.
How tough has it been for you to give a guy a breather, get him out of the lineup, give him a day of rest when he's swinging the bat well?
Yeah, I mean, that's always tough, but you also understand over the course of a long season, those are things that can pay off for not only the individual and their performance over the long haul, but also help our team and give us the best chance to remain healthy and strong throughout the season. And that's why you have depth, and that's why you need to, at some point, rely on all 25 guys on the roster, but even further than that, inevitably the 35, 40, 45, 50 guys that are eventually going to walk through this clubhouse that have a chance to impact our club, and that's why they're all important.
In talking with Giancarlo Stanton recently, we asked him what has stood out with his at-bats over the last 2 months or so, and he said he's just getting better pitches to hit. Is it something that simple with him in your eyes, or do you think it's something bigger?
Yeah, but I think he's dictating that a little bit, and I think he's done a much better job of controlling the strike zone, laying off pitchers' pitches so that he's able to get into deeper counts, more favorable counts at times, and then he's doing damage in those situations.
This team bulked up its pitching at the deadline, bringing in guys like Happ and Lynn and Zach Britton with the bullpen. What can each of those guys bring to this team down the stretch?
Well, those are three really good pitchers that have had obviously a lot of experience and a lot of years of success in Major League Baseball. And they're all guys that have come over here and contributed. Zach, we're still getting going, having the injury, not having spring training, missing the first part of the season. And then Happ and Lynn have really come and solidified the rotation and really given us a shot in the arm, and more importantly, given us really good performances.
When you add Zach Britton to a group that already features a lot of elite arms in the back end of the bullpen, how do you go about balancing the amount of work every guy is getting in order for the unit to still perform at that elite level throughout the rest of the season?
Well, I mean, that's one of the challenges of the regular season. There's the urgency with each day and trying to win as many games as you can, but also understanding that you've got to be able to protect those guys, because you got to keep them sharp, to keep them strong down the stretch, and hopefully into the postseason. You've got to have some built-in rest for them, and when those guys are all right and all clicking, they can kind of protect each other in that manner.
When you go through a tough series like you did in Boston, come right out of it and immediately go 6-1 after that, what does it tell you about the group?
It tells me that they're really good at turning the page, and that's something that's so important to me. This game will eat you alive, and the 162-game season will eat you alive if you get too emotional about the highs and the lows. You've got to be able to deal with success and failure as a Major League Baseball player, and I think these guys really do well with that, and I've been really pleased with when we have had our little hiccups or we've had our tough stretches, we've been able to bounce back pretty well.
Aaron, thanks for the time. We'll catch up back with you in September.
You bet.